Hi everyone, and welcome to my collaboration video with Megan W for Shop Your Stash March. Um, she's on a spending freeze and thought it would be kind of cool to get a bunch of ladies together, crafters together, and do a collaboration and shop your stash. Try not to buy anything for March um, and show or use up what you have in your stash and show your project. So I missed my first video last week, so this is going to be a two project video, and I'll show you what I created. And I was looking through my stash and I happened to find that I forgot I had this beautiful burlap with the lace, so I pulled that out of my stash and I used that. And then I had some paper clips. I found some paper clips. And then I also found these jars that I have some leaves and then these really pretty paper flowers. So I grabbed them and I used them. And then I also grabbed, I have some of these little frames that came from Michael's. So I snagged one of those. And what else did I use? I used some laces, some scrap laces. I have this little thing that sits next to my desk that I put, leftover pieces, and it's just kind of sitting there. So I thought, instead of throwing some of these away, I'm going to use some of these up. So I used a bunch of them, and then I used some of my graphic 45 paper. And I think that's all that I used. So let me show you what I created. The first project that I created were these really cute altered paper clips. And I made a tag to display them on. And this is actually for a swap that I am doing over at Creating the Crafty Life. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 on this one. So let me show you these little paper clips. And they had to be vintage ladies. So of course, Graphic 45 has these beautiful little stamp images. Oh, come on. Are you going to focus or what? Really? There we go. Oh, it's probably the glare from the sunshine outside. So there was the first one, and I used the burlap and I made little banners. And then I have the flowers and the leaves, and then some of the lace pieces. So that's the first one. And then there's this one, really cute. And these are all stuck to this tag with removable dots so it doesn't rip the paper. There's another one. I used some twine and I just rolled it up underneath on this one. And then I have these really cute little gemstone flowers that I got. These are from Wild Orchid Crafts. Come on. There we go. Really cute. So I used one on that. And then there's this one. Really pretty. And here's this one. This one I used some flat back pearls. And then there's this one. So I made 6, and then I made this really nice tag, and it's made out of chipboard, and I used my graphic 45 paper on that, and then put some of my scrap laces and seam binding. So that's the first project that I created. And then the second one I created is a tag that's going to be going to a really nice lady who made a wish over on Crafty Lori's Make-A-Wish Monday, and she wanted an altered tag. So that's what I did, is I made this tag out of chipboard, and then I used some more of that burlap. I just cut it down like this and put it on top of the chipboard. I thought that was really cool idea and really different. And then I have some more of my laces and trims that I used out of that little box that I have. And of course, some Wild Orchid Craft flowers. And there's one of them frames. And then this is graphic 45 paper. The, what is that collection? Ladies Diary. And I fussy cut that out. Most of it got covered up with the flowers, but I thought that was a really nice image to use inside the frame. And then I have some of these wheat sprays, the acrylic beads, this pearl spray, and then of course more of my Wild Orchid Craft flowers. We have the cottage roses, one in aqua color. This is dove gray. And then I have the open roses, which this is vintage, the vintage blue. It doesn't sound right, but I think that's what it is. And these are 20 millimeter. And then this is a beautiful dusty rose color, also 20 millimeter. And the cottage roses are, this I believe is 30 millimeter, and this one is 25. And then I have some stamens tucked underneath with some vintage colored seam binding and some twine. And then up at the top, I again have another one of the vintage blue and one of the vintage rose colored open roses in the 20 millimeter with a couple of leaves from this bottle of leaves here that I had. And then I just added some seam binding and some twine at the top. So that is the tag that I created. So those are the two projects that I created for this collaboration with Megan W. I will have her YouTube link in the description box below, along with the links to all the other ladies that are in this collaboration with her. And stay tuned for next week for another video, and thanks for watching. Bye.